Hey, welcome. Welcome to my channel. It's Rani here, and I am delighted to take you through week 2 of reading The Power of Systems. I will be sharing with you 5 key takeaways from this week. The first one is about problem and solution. So if you were to have a problem, how do you find the solution? So that's number one. Number two is that I've got super good news for you. Even if you think your life is not working and a system is not working, there's good news because all the systems are interconnected. Number three is this concept of CANI, constant and never-ending improvement, but it's not a self-improvement project, it's a system improvement project. Number four is go ride the bike. Okay, what do I mean by that? I'll come to that. And finally, a 2-minute commitment system that's going to change your life. So that's what we're going to talk about today, and I'm super excited. I think it's going to be a really fun session for me, but also insightful for you. And why I love this book and what I'm getting from here is that there is a way of being, there's a way of living life that's more solution focused than problem focused. We have heard this concept of seeing the glass as half full or half empty. In a way, it's about whether you are seeing your life as full of problems or full of solutions. Either way is possible, but solution focused way of being or solution focused way of living life is liberating, is freeing. So if you're interested, keep watching on. So the first thing, the problem and the solution. There is a quote by Steve Hudson, the ultimate coach. He's known as the ultimate coach. I've spoken about him in my previous videos, so go check them out or Google Steve Hardison ultimate coach. You will come across him. Anyway, back to the point. He says something that really helps a lot of people. So here's a quote. If there's a problem, there is a solution. If there's no solution, there's no problem. Hooray! And I shared it with someone, and she was like, wow, this is so good. It allows us to be free and consider other possibilities. So, that said, if you ever get stuck and you think, I have a problem here, my problem is that I overeat or I procrastinate or I want to be healthy and go to the gym, but I don't seem to find the time and so on and so forth. Rather than thinking that there's something wrong with me, there are two questions to ask. The first question is, what is your current system? Or if you ask yourself, you can ask hands on heart, what is my current system? And the second one, is the system working? Those two questions can help you shift from being problem focused or thinking, oh, it's all up to me, and or thinking something's wrong with me, to actually, what if nothing's wrong with me? It's just that the current system I have got to address this problem is not working. And then you get creative and look at other systems. The book talks about the mind paradigm and the systems paradigm. In the mind paradigm, which is a comfort zone for us, we are busy studying our reluctance to act or reluctance to do something, whereas in a systems paradigm, we stop studying, stop analyzing, and do the very thing that we are reluctant to do by creating new systems. The second takeaway here is about the interconnectedness of all the systems, meaning that if you think something is not working for you, it's only one component in the vast system because they're all interconnected. And mind you, in this book, they use system to describe how life works. So if you're new to this channel or you haven't listened to the previous video around the power of systems, I highly encourage you to watch the video. If you don't find it, let me know in the comments and I'll share that with you. There's something about knowing that if one area of our life is not working, even if we can't seem to act directly on that area, by tweaking another system, because they're all interconnected, you get some good results. You create a good system in one area, the area of your life which is not working is going to shift as a result of you addressing that, because all the systems are linked and we are plugged into a main system, so to speak. So I find this liberating. One of the things the book talks about is that it's okay to ask for help. You can ask for help from a loved one, from a coach, from a mentor, and you can call it asking for help system. Or if you are spiritual, you could ask divine being, divine guidance for help. So the third one is constant and never-ending improvement. Tony Robbins, he says that in life we are never still. We are either climbing or we're sliding down. So there's something about improvement, constant and never-ending improvement. And what is fascinating is this book talks about self-improvement versus system improvement. Improving the system is better. Number 4, go ride the bike. Meaning you could understand system, you could explain systems to people, and you could write a paper or you could write a book. But application is very important. So the metaphor they use is that you could read up about how to learn to ride a bike and you might know all the mechanics and about balance and so on, but unless you get up on a bike and actually ride, you're not going to learn. The same with the systems. You can have the most fancy system, but unless you put it to test consistently and use your system, you're not going to see results. You are not going to get solutions. So that's one of the messages from this week's learning. And finally, the 2-minute commitment system. I learned about the 2-minute commitment system from a video I was watching, and I loved it. I've heard this concept before, but I never saw it as a system. Say you want to develop a new habit. For example, it could be I want to be someone who exercises every single day, 7 days a week. The 2-minute commitment system is, if you have any goal and you want to create a system and this is new for you, you could start with 2 minutes. You might not want to exercise 60 minutes or 90 minutes, 7 days a week, but can you do 2 minutes? Can you do some strength exercise for 2 minutes? Can you do some push-ups and sit-ups or any weight-bearing exercise or weight training exercise for just 2 minutes a day? You might say, of course I can. The point here is that all you need to do is commit to 2 minutes of doing something every single day, if that's your goal. And you are not going to have six-pack abs by doing 2 minutes every single day, but in a year's time, you will be fitter and healthier. And most importantly, you will identify yourself as someone who exercises on a regular basis. So in this video, we talked about systems and how having solution-focused systems is going to help you lead a healthier and happier life. See you in the next video.